Today's topic is one that all of us poker players are very familiar with and something that I've had plenty of experience with throughout the years, dealing with losses in poker. If you're watching this, maybe you're in the middle of a really bad downswing, or maybe you just had the worst session, or maybe you just want to learn how to get better at dealing with losing in general. I'm hoping through this video, I'll be able to provide some new perspectives and some ways that have helped me dealing with handling losses better and be able to help you guys get some of your confidence back. To start off, we all know that in every single poker hand, if one player wins, everybody else in the hand is losing, aside from the occasional chops, right? So therefore, losing often is a very normal part of the game. Once we're aware that we lost sight of this, we're able to re-accept this reality. I think we can gradually start making peace with our losses. That is really the most important way that I've been able to get better at dealing with losses, which is to make peace with it. Looking back at some of my biggest losing sessions, where I've lost way more than I was prepared to lose, I know it's super easy to just get fixated on how much we've lost, but I noticed that in these specific sessions, it hit me the hardest afterwards when I was just still at war inside my own mind. And what I mean by that is, I can't sleep and I'm going through every single major hand that I lost and just being mad at myself for making this play, for calling that, for calling there, I should have folded, and it goes on. And it's like I'm having PTSD. In order for me to start getting over my loss, I had to find a way for us to just calm my mind and basically stop beating myself up so badly. One way I found that I was able to start this process was to start writing down all these hands that I felt that I misplayed. It's scientifically proven that if you write down your thoughts instead of just keeping them all in your head, it actually reduces stress, and you're able to process your emotions better. And I think it's also just a super productive way for you to stop overthinking everything. Not only is this a good exercise for that, but it also gives you a way to go back later after you've gotten some rest and go back and analyze some of these hands and see where maybe you made some mistakes. For me, when I went back to look, if it was a spot that I couldn't avoid and I felt like the money was just going to go in regardless, that also helped me start to get over the loss a little bit better, because now I've had time to reflect and come to the conclusion that the outcome was out of my control and I was going to lose the pot regardless of how I played it. We all have this natural response to fight back, right? And so the more we're losing, the more we get this overwhelming need to try to win back everything that we're losing as fast as possible. I've fell in this trap all the time. Also, just the trap of believing that resilience in poker has to mean fighting back to win it all back now, as if taking a loss is the worst thing I could do. I've always had this problem where I felt that I need to prove to myself that I can, and I'm gonna battle it all back right now. And that mindset is just such a costly mistake. I wasn't doing it out of resilience. I was chasing my losses out of pride. And I think what I felt was like it was shameful to quit. This shame that I felt by getting up and just leaving. And I think this always led to bigger losses for me. And so the way I think about it now is like when you continue to try to fight when you're already just mentally messed up, that's like a boxer in the ring when he's already physically hurt and he's just bleeding everywhere, right? And so it's like when we're watching these fights, we all know when the guy that's getting beat up is about to fall over, right? The same in poker, when we all know when the guy that's on the table, he's tilting and he's about to lose it all, and you're really just putting yourself at a big disadvantage if you're not going to step back and regroup. Remember that we're playing the long game, and that means not chasing your losses and not having so much desperation to try to get it all back today. We've all had those days where no matter what we do, we just can't win, right? But if you think back, we've also all had those days where it's the opposite, where you just cannot lose and the wins just come and you're just letting them come, right? So I think while you're losing, it also helps to remember that the more you try to force it out of frustration, the bigger hole you're going to be digging yourself. And when you're mentally defeated for the day, coming back when you're in a better state of mind is what's going to give you that opportunity to come back, and have those effortless sessions. If you guys found this video helpful, drop a comment below. Let me know what other topics you'd like to hear about, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
喜欢我的影片，不要忘记按赞、订阅、打开小铃铛。